I've heard this song probably over 1,000 times, but unless I soloed these tracks, I never would have heard that part. Metallica's Master of Puppets is arguably one of the greatest, or maybe the greatest, metal and thrash metal song that we've ever seen. I've got the tracks for Metallica's Master of Puppets, and we're going to take a listen and explore some of these great moments that are tough to sometimes hear when you have the full track in context, but I'm very excited to break them down here. Let's explore what is inside these different tracks for Metallica's Master of Puppets. So I'm inside the session here. We're going to start with the intro, all 4 tracks going. Let's just start with that drum sound, which is just, people give Lars a lot of crap, and maybe justifiably so, but his drumming is on point for this song, and the drum sounds are incredible. Super thumpy kick drum. Let's go to some of the beat here. It's so 80s, right? You got the reverb, the attack of the kick drum, you got that analog sound, but I just love it. It just sounds great. In an era where metal is just more and more programmed drums, more and more samples, this just sounds super fun and organic. And the beat is kind of simple, but it really works for the song, especially with these chugging guitars. Oh, hold on, that bass tone just caught my ear there. Cliff Burton's bass tone, man, it's just so iconic. It's just distorted, rough. It has this mid-range punch, and it fits perfectly in the scoop guitar sound that we always hear on Metallica tracks. Let's listen to the guitar real quick. Obviously, there's a lot of debate and controversy about what exactly the guitar tone was for Master of Puppets. What I do know is that they actually slowed down this track on tape, recorded it, and then bounced it back up to speed because it's so hard to play that down picking part. But we know there's some mazes involved. We know there's some explorers involved, some guitars like that. And it's just that Metallica scoop guitar sound, super present in the high end, thumping in the low end. It's perfect for this band. And it fits nicely with that bass. Let's solo those together. Oh, absolutely amazing. Let's check out this soloed vocal from James Hetfield.
End it, pass and play, crumbling away. I'm your source of self-destruction.
To me, the vocal sounds doubled, maybe even tripled in this case. There's a nice reverb around it, but it's not too washy. It doesn't feel like it's too drowned out. It's still present in the mix in a very good way, and it's just performed aggressively and raw. It's not tuned. It's just there. It's up front. It feels awesome.
End it, pass and play, crumbling away. Master, master.
Then on those master parts, it sounds like we've got some gang vocals, some more tracked vocals there.
Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name, cause I'll hear you scream. Master, master.
Iconic part, right? All 4 things playing right now.
Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name, cause I'll hear you scream. Master, master. Just call my name.
Notice like the cymbal catches there on the drums, making them dead out, making that stop feel impactful. You hear this bass tone on Ride the Lightning as well, and it's distorted, it's got a mid-range punch, and it has Cliff Burton's just impeccable bass playing. I don't know how else to put it then. He's just an incredible bass player. He knows how to write perfect parts underneath the guitars that really fill out the arrangement. Notice how he's not playing the exact same guitar part, right? The guitar part's actually a little different. The guitar part's playing that chromatic line that we all know from the song, but Cliff is playing something a little different. He's kind of sliding off, playing a 3-2 thing here, so he knows when to mimic the guitar part, and he knows when to make a space for himself and not muddy up the main riff, which I think is just a sign of how good of a player he was. We're starting to approach the solo section now. Whoa, that's super cool. Let me solo that.
Master, 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 master.
I've heard this song probably over 1,000 times, but unless I soloed these tracks, I never would have heard that part. I mean, that's so cool how it sounds like the tape is being slowed down, so the pitch is being moved down. That's just totally cool. Just adds to that flavor. Even that clean guitar part comes over the top of it, but it's still fading out as they pitch those vocals down. It's super haunting. Perfect subdued bass playing. Here's the guitars. You know, Metallica, yes, everyone loves to talk about their distorted guitar tone, but their clean tones are some of the best in metal. I mean, this is an amazing clean sound. A really ear-catching chord progression. It's not just like a 1-4-5. We got some interesting 7 chords in there. Very intriguing. Some great harmonies from Kirk Hammett. You know, he's not my favorite lead player of all time, but this solo, you can't touch this solo. It's absolutely great, and the lead part before going to the solo, I'm a huge fan of it. Listen to that bass part underneath. That is impeccable playing. Listen to this. I mean, just the ability to play with that kind of precision, I think, is just unmatched. And I can guarantee that probably was not edited on a computer to a grid. That's just players doing what they can. That adds so much groove to this part. I mean, I'm grooving to this thing and the guitars aren't even in. Then we get to the section where it starts to build. Great dynamics on this drum part from Lars here. Excellent tom sound, lots of reverb. Then we got this build part. James comes back in with some aggressive vocals.
Master, where's the dreams that I've been after? Master.
Oh, you hear those parts? I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
Master.
You hear those on the right and left? It's like a low, growly, low octave thing. That's super cool. Like I said, I've listened to this song 1,000 times. Never heard that part. That's super cool.
Master.
So it goes wide with those backups and then comes back in center when he's singing the rest of the parts. It's great contrast there.
Laughing at my cries. Fix me.
Oh, we got a little extra vocal here. Let's solo this guitar solo, shall we? Great solo tone. It doesn't blend in too much with the rhythm guitars, but doesn't feel too out of place. Excellent job. Let's listen to this bass part. Perfectly filling out the low end, but not drawing attention away from that guitar solo. In my opinion, fills and crash hits are in the perfect spots for this solo, accenting it. Then we get into the groovy part here with some more stops. We get a rehash of that intro, so they bring the intro back in. Now we're getting back into the main part of the song. Oh, does anyone notice that? Look, we got a reverse vocal reverb swell. That's super cool. It's just little things like that, these little production things just make the song really stand out, but doesn't feel too overproduced, right? But it's just the little things that really drive it over the top for me. Then we get to the ending here. It's just an instrumental. There's a little lead guitar that comes in. Interesting. I never heard that. Let's solo those vocals here because it just sounds like a bunch of people screaming. It sounds epic. There's even some down-pitched vocals mixed in there. Awesome. And that's why this song is a thrash metal classic. I hope you enjoyed me going through these tracks and just listening to the song, listening to production techniques, listening to what kind of tones they're using and how they're keeping this song engaging for over 8 minutes. This song is over 8 minutes long. You don't get bored of it. You don't get sick of it. It just hits you in the chest every single time. Let me know what was one thing from this breakdown that you were like, I've never heard that before. That's really interesting. Or any interesting facts about the song or the production techniques that anyone else would like to learn. I'd like to hear you in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I talk about music production, mixing. I talk about great songs as well, and you're going to want to follow along with that. So hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me today. And anyways, I'll see you guys next time.